There's a lot of pride these days. I want to talk about a pride that might be a little shocking, but maybe not. It would be abortion pride. Salty had recently shared this story about Maria del Valle Gonzalez Lopez, a 23-year-old woman from Argentina who was a abortion activist. In fact, Maria was a rising star in the leadership of a radical socialist group, and they fought to bring legal abortion to Argentina. What's unfortunate is that Maria died 4 days after having undergone a legal abortion. And the autopsy report revealed that she died from hemorrhage and septicemia. What has been observed is feminist organizations in Argentina have been silent on the issue. That's one of the really unfortunate things to witness from a lot of these revolutionary causes. These isms, feminism, socialism, Marxism, is that the end result, when consequences meet up with their fallen, these groups are silent. When you look at someone like Karl Marx, it's sexy when a person is in the university learning about these things. They are anti-life. This is a death cult. In our present postmodern dystopian civilization, you have women that are celebrating abortions. They're having parties and cake. And treason is the reason. It is treason against the human heart, in which the laws of the Creator are written. Here in the U.S., Texas was a hotbed battlefield. And Texas, if you don't know, is one of the places where women could go to have third trimester abortions. And in Texas, the Church of Satan even came out to support the pro-abortion fight. So tell me that this is not a death cult. Really try to prove this. I can't imagine how anyone could be blissfully unaware of the times that we live in, and that this is such a day of reckoning and choices have to be made. No more sitting on fences about issues, especially issues of morality. These radical revolutionaries shout us down to trust all women, and yet at the same time, they cannot tell us what a woman actually is. They demand that everyone sees abortion as health care worthy of tax dollars. Health care that stops a beating heart. What happened to do no harm as a motto? There is simply no maneuvering around the Creator's law. There's nothing we can do in our judicial system, our Supreme Courts. It's nothing that trumps the Supreme Court of the Creator, period. Gloria Steinem was a very successful social Marxist foot soldier. And it's interesting how she used the black woman for the moral approval and photo op. It's not debatable anymore that abortion in America especially sprang right out of the eugenics movement, and people like Margaret Sanger, she went right directly to the black community and to the black church, which was very effective. And nothing more effective than getting the Divine Nine Black Boule on board to sell the genocide to their own people. And also, the number of blacks in America is always confidently quoted as 13 or 14%. And it's always that particular number. Why is that? I've shared in the past my own experience with abortion and falling prey to the deception. I was 19 years old and a student at Spelman College in Atlanta, a very elite HBCU, and that was the reason given. I couldn't ruin my college career. Well, I ended up ruining my college career because one of the things that is not told is all of the trauma and regret that happens to not everyone. And I want to say that not everyone will regret having an abortion. For me, I ended up dropping out of Spelman College anyway. And instead of joining the circus, I became a model. And I was running all over the world. I went with the Ebony Fashion Fair all over the US and then ended up going to Milan, Italy and modeling there, just running from what I had done. But like they say, wherever you go, there you are. Once I realized there was nowhere on this earth I could run, I eventually returned back to the US and went to nursing school. And one of the things that I've been talking about recently is death and dying. As I have been a death doula for my stepfather and realizing that on people's deathbed, they confess a lot. An abortion is one of those confessions. I have known of a woman 80 years old who had to confess to abortions on her deathbed. Abortion activists and supporters might want to look into the woman who is behind the Roe v. Wade decision in America. This woman had a confession before she died of being used, everything being fabricated, a fiction, a miscarriage of justice. You want to carry signs of trusting women? How about trusting the confession and testimony of Norma McCorvey, better known as Jane Roe? And I want to share that there is hope for anyone who is suffering under the heavy burden of guilt and regret for abortion. I want to suggest looking into this book titled Forbidden Grief, The Unspoken Pain of Abortion by Teresa Burke. Teresa is the founder of Rachel's Vineyard. This is a ministry that I was delivered in terms of my trauma. I attended one of their retreats and I share it with many people, and I hope that you will share it as well, or it will help you. And just know that this is the time now to make a decision, to repent, and to heal, because healing is here. And that once we heal and we realign ourselves with the laws of the Creator, that we don't have to fight these battles in courts and among each other, because abortion will be unthinkable once we repent. Thank you.